Okay, this tomato right here is a wild tomato. There was so many back in the 1970s and 60s in the Philippines. I researched this tomato. What happened, the Spaniards brought it to the Philippines, and it originally was found or discovered in the area where the country of Peru is, in Central America and South America. The Spaniards brought that from Peru back to Spain, and then they brought it to the Philippines, and it spread from Cebu to Negros and other areas of the Philippines. But for some reason, most of it in this area died out. It's smaller than a cherry tomato. It's about the size of a marble, and it's probably 10 times more delicious than a cherry tomato. I'll put the scientific name in the description, but it's the same kind of tomato known in the United States as the wild Everglade tomato. It's highly disease resistant and drought resistant. It does well in hot climates, and this tomato was almost lost, but we found one still alive in the mountain of my wife's father's land, and we were able to save the seeds, and we're trying to get it going again, but it was almost lost to this area. So I'll give you guys updates, but we have some more seeds going. Can you think of anything else to say? Take some pictures.
Okay, right now Eleazar is here. They're helping us to weed the tomato. So we have also here like lemon that we have been planting, and because the weeds, they grow so quick, so there's so many weeds out there, and there's the tomato, but you could not tell right now where is the tomato. But this part of, in this area, there's a lot of tomato, but we need to weed.
Yeah, something. Also, these wild tomatoes, they come back every year. So they're a, what is it, perennial or annual? I always get those mistaken. They come back every year on their own, and it's an indeterminate tomato. It will keep giving fruit, unlike some of the others that we try to grow around here. They produce their fruit and then they die right away. These things keep producing, and they come back every year, and they grow like weeds. Hopefully, what we're hoping, we can get this whole side of this hill covered in these wild tomatoes. Show the...
Yeah,
so
yeah, go ahead. There's some more tomato out there.
Yeah,
but you cannot tell because there's so many weeds, so we're still weeding it. So the tomato and the grass, they look the same right now. It's like green. So the weeds is green. So it's right here. If I have to walk farther, so here's another tomato, and here's another one right here. And they start fruiting right now. I mean flowering. So you could see the flower of this tomato. So this is wild tomato. So we have reviving this tomato because this is wild one. So it's been growing right here, even though the hilly part of the mountain. So
tell the story about how you used to eat those when you were little.
Yeah,
the small wild tomato.
The small wild tomato when we were little. So I used to eat this wild tomato. So what we do, we just like to smash it, put the
Guineamos? What is guineamos?
Salted fish, you know, the salted fish, very small one.
So you took the small little tomatoes that are the size of a marble and you smashed them into your salted fish?
Right, and put a little vinegar and hot pepper. Then that's already our viand when I was little.
You eat that with rice?
Yeah, I eat that with rice.
Wow.
And it was so delicious.
So hopefully we can get this whole hillside covered in these.
Yeah, soon. But it's a lot of work. Look at there. If you could see the background over there. We have been planted the tomato there, but it's need to weeds. A lot of work weeding. So if you could see another part of the mountain right there, the other side. So I have been planting also the wild tomato there, and because they are wild and they just grow even though a lot of weeds, but we keep weeding them so that they keep coming back every year. So now I'm on the way to other part of the garden. My string bean there is ready to harvest, so I would like to harvest some of it. And Bato is there and he's going to help me to harvest a lot of string beans. So here's some of my squash right there. A lot of weeds. I need to weeds them. Too much work in this garden. So this is all of my squash. So he got a little bit fruits right there. So we have to double up to work in this garden. So here's the cucumber. Right now we have the problem, some of my chicken, they have been eating all of my cucumber. So there are so big of them. So right now, this year, this time, this string beans, I just harvested. This is, I think this is the third time that I'm going to harvest. Last time, the first time that the string beans bring some fruit, so maybe I just only harvested like 50 pieces. Then the second one, maybe I got like 4 kilos. So this time, if you could see the fruits, this is so amazing. Look at this. Because of the rain and everything, it's really cooperating, the rain and the sun, so everything. So we are going to harvest today. So it looks so beautiful. From here going there, there's a lot of them, very abundant. So what I'm going to do, I have to blanch this with water and put in the freezer. So because it's a lot, then a lot of people also, they just come and buy some, so I just sell it, but it won't sell sometimes, so I just preserve in the freezer. So there's a lot of string beans. So here's all my chicken. So they keep bothering all of my it's too sad. You are raising a lot of chicken, but look, this is what happened. All the chickens eat, so they're looking for food. So right there, look at the chicken. So they're just eating all of the cucumber. I have a lot. I did harvested yesterday of cucumber. Now the chicken been harvesting on their own too. So here's the chicken. This is Visayan chicken. He enjoying eating all the cucumbers. So when I have a lot, so I have more chicken. My chicken is running around like wild, so but what they can see around over here in the garden, so they have been eating too. So once you're raising the chicken, then if you have a lot of plant, so they have been eating. So this is the little one right here. This is called bitter melon. So they're starting to growing up, and they are climbing on this trellis. So we are going to harvest. What we are going to harvest today is string beans and cucumber. Wow guys, you will have a lot of times for harvesting this. So from there, come over here, more string beans. So we are enjoying it, harvesting. And then all of this, we're gonna do something because we have abundance of string beans. So you know how big the string bean is? This is each string beans. This is 1 meter. This very long string beans. This is called, we call this meter beans. Meter beans nitoy?
Mariposa ni.
String beans and mariposa. I know, meter beans and mariposa beans. So we have to harvest this. We just leave the small one right there. So every 3 days we have to harvest the string beans. So we have a lot of it. Here's the okra right here. So also, like, they already have fruits. Lot of okra, and this okra, maybe 3 more days we have to harvest them there soon. So right here they have fruits. Then we have to move right here, and this one, this is mulberry tree. So mulberry, okra, string beans, bitter melon. Then I had some tomato there, tomatoes, everglade tomatoes, and other kind of tomatoes, other kind of varieties, and then many. Yeah, there's the update right here, the tomato. So this tomato, the variety of this tomato is B-Max. So this is ready to transplant. So all of that tomato right there, that's the tomato. So I have more to plant right here. More tomatoes, more cucumber. Right here, this one is bitter melon. So they're growing up, they're climbing on this trellis. So even Batoy has been harvesting some, but we still have leftover there, the small one. And we just keep harvesting. So probably we have to harvest this another 2 months, their lifetimes, for this string beans. So we have to enjoy harvesting this another 2 months. So also while they are still alive, and soon we have to plant another string bean so that when they died, then we have another one that coming up. So that's why we are so busy over in the mountain, because when they are almost dying, so we have to plant another one, and plant, clean, and plant. And the chicken right there still enjoying eating the cucumbers. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and this is the updates of our garden over in the mountain. And we're enjoying our time over here. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget, like and subscribe for more updates of our videos. Thank you. Bye bye.